Good day, garden lovers. I have about 3 more weeks in the garden to get everything prepped for the fall, like for the winter season that's coming. So this is where I'm going to be planting my seeds, all perennial seeds. Everything that you see within the line here that I put with the string. Yesterday, I took all the weeds out because there was a whole bunch of weeds. The reason why I'm putting this here, this will not actually be where the seeds are going to stay. It's just an area where I'm going to start growing them as little seedlings to then transfer them into the garden. Now the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to plant the seeds 6 inches apart. So there's going to be one row of, I think I counted, I'm not sure if it was 25 plants or so, that will be in one row. Then I'm going to do a second row and then a third row of 25 and then a fourth and a fifth. So to start off, I'm just going to add a little more dirt here, just a bit, and try to even it out just a little bit. And we're going to have some sort of tic-tac-toe thing going on. Actually, I think that this dirt is probably pretty good because before where the hedge used to be, there was always a whole bunch of leaves and those hedges had been there for about 10 years. I'm pretty sure that this soil is good soil, but I'm still going to add some of this soil here just to maybe enrich it just a little more. So just to be sure, one more time, I'm just coming to see here if there's still a lot of roots going on. I finished this quite late last night. It was getting dark. Oh, I think I have a root here. So I'm going to get this done. It seems fine. Seems like I did my job properly last night. There's a huge one right here. Love to get this root out. Oh, I got it. I did my rectangle. Now I'm just gonna kind of squish the dirt down just a little because it's a little too fluffy. Okay, so it's not too bad. I mean, even if there's a little, there are areas where it digs in a bit. I'm not worried about that. Now I'm going to measure out my spacing, 6 inches this way, and I'm gonna come in and start making some more rows. I'm going to measure 6 inches. If my calculations are right, I should have 6 long rows. So I have these rows done. Okay, so there will be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 rows. It's approximately 6 inches between each. So now I'm going to come and create little boxes. I'm going to put a whole bunch of these. I need to have 25 spaces. I hope I calculated this right. I should have about 150 seeds in here. See how I'm doing this? I'll show you exactly how I'm doing it. I'm just using these here. I'm not sure what they're called. They look like huge staples. Sorry, I just don't know the name of these things here. And what I'm doing is I'm wrapping the string around it. I'm measuring. See, one of these is down in there and the string is on it. So now I'm measuring 6 inches from here to here. So I'll be 6 inches from that string to the edge of this here, and I'll put the next string here. I'm kind of just weaving it through, going all the way through. To finish off this grid, I don't have any more staples. So I'm gonna be finding some sturdy sticks and maybe, cutting a few inches off each. And I'm gonna use that to twirl the string around it and continue on with the grid there. Let's try these. This might be a little big. So I'm gonna come sit here and show you exactly how I get this done. So I'm winging it, guys. So that's one stick. 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't have to be too long. 6, 7. From here to 6 inches. And I'm gonna stick the stick inside. I'm gonna do the same thing here. From here to 6. Bring it in. Did I need that many? Here to 6. Actually, that should be enough. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side at the other end, and then I'll show you how I weave it. Tie this string around the first one here. That. Make a little knot so it can be nice and safe during the winter. I'm still gonna let this pop out like that though. Just make sure not to trip over that. So I'm just gonna come in and come around like that, like that. Maybe it'll be better that way. Make sure that's deep. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to give this a whirl there. Do the same thing around here. And I'm going to go tie it off over there. And the grid is done. Give it a little knot. Maybe if I take this off. There. And that's tied off. I think I did an okay job. So remember, these grids are, it's not, I don't need them to be perfect, but what I do need is to have an approx and a separation between each plant. And then I'm going to come tag the plants. So guys, I'm realizing that I'm going to need to put some sort of barrier there. You know why? Because of him. He's going to end up walking around in there, are you? Jace, are you going to go walk around in there? I don't want you walking in my flowers. They need to grow. So I thought before planting my seeds, I would show you exactly what I'll be planting here. I got this off the website, West Coast Seeds, and also the Mackenzie. There's no image of this. If you want to see the pictures, unfortunately, I don't think I can take pictures off the internet and just upload them here, but if you have a look at Mother of Pearl, there's just a few that, see, these don't have pictures. So I'm going to be planting some Mother of Pearl. That is some sort of poppy. Western blue-eyed grass. Not sure. Oh, it's got little purple flowers, so you can check that out too. Black swan. These are black peony poppies. Dalmatian white. And then there's the amazing gray. These are really nice too. These are poppies also. So here we got some pictures here. So I have some soapwort rock, some butterfly bush. This is the orange one. I have the purple ones. Cupid dart. Rudbeckia. This is the cappuccino. Look at the colors on that. Scabiosa, Fata Morgana. These are interesting. Of course, I got some more Gaillardia. Look at how huge it got over there. That's from one plant. Rudbeckia, of course, Black-Eyed Susans, Geum, Red Dragon, Shasta Daisies. I love the Shasta Daisies. Columbine. I got Milkweed. And Malva. Guys, these are the perennials. I have a few seeds that I got this off Amazon. I just love it. I got a few seeds from my own flowers and from other wildflowers that I found. I got the Echinacea powwow here. I mean, I'm not going to take them out. You're not going to see anything, but hang on. So I collected all of these seeds here. I wrote surprise here because I'm not too sure what this one's going to be. It says it may be red columbine. Another surprise here. It may be coneflower. And Black-Eyed Susans here from, I already have some, but these are from my garden. The blue wild indigo. Not too sure what that is. The obedient plant. Joe Pye weed from my Joe Pye weed. Buddleia, Huckster blue. I'm going to try to plant that not out here because apparently you got to start it in the house. I have some hollyhocks also. The black ones that I have, well, I call them, like, they're black, but they're dark purple. So yeah, I thought I would share with you which ones I'm going to be planting. And I got these little thingamabobs to write down the name of the plant. And I also have the pen, I don't know where it is. It's an oil-based pen you use on this plastic here. It's oil-based, black, and that apparently it's waterproof and it should be fine for the winter. Okay, so I have decided not to sow the seeds right now. I checked out, for more information, I went to look a little more deeper into the information because I was reading on the packets and it says the seed will germinate. Some of these seeds germinate within 7 to 10 days. It's still warm during the day here right now, and I'm realizing that I may have to wait a little longer before I put the seeds in the ground because I don't want them germinating. But they do need to go through that stratification process where they get cold before they'll, apparently, I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss here. I don't know. I know that in nature, the seeds will fall and they'll go through winter and then they'll just sprout out in spring. So I'm gonna wait till at least maybe end of October, start of November, after a few good frosts, after everything's died down, and then I'm gonna go put the seeds in. I will mulch, and then I'll need to protect that area so that my dog doesn't go in there. So it was a lot of work today, guys. I'm glad I got everything done and prepared. At least my grid is done. That's ready. It fairly took me a good hour and a half to get this all done. Well, I decided to add 2 more columns, rows, whatever you want to call them. So that's 12 more. So I calculated, and it comes out to 156 plants. That's a lot of plants. We'll see how this works out for me. They might not all take. So I also added some of all the names. So how I'm going to do this, see, I have hollyhock there. So I'm going to be placing hollyhock in each of the squares all the way down to here. So there's 6 hollyhocks here. I'll back up, hang on. And the thing is I want to be sure also, I'm not going to only plant 1 seed. As they say, it's good to plant maybe 2 or 3, just to be sure that at least 1 takes. But I will be planting a few in each little box here. So I have hollyhock, Joe Pye weed, Rudbeckia, cappuccino, milkweed, Shasta daisy, malva, sylvestris magic mix, soapwort rock, columbine, cupid's dart, scabiosa, fata morgana, red columbine, black peony poppies, coneflower. This is the powwow. Rudbeckia, Gaillardia, mother of pearl, amazing gray. I got butterfly bush, foxglove, white Dalmatian, black swan, GM red dragon, western blue-eyed grass, cardinal flower, obedient plant, swamp milkweed, and blue wild indigo. I have little question marks on some of them, as you notice here, because I'm not too sure if that's what that's going to be. Okay, so that's the grid. I added those 2 here. And I'm going to thank you for hanging out with me today. We got this grid done. It's a good start. Everybody, keep gardening.